Anyway, here we go.
Your soul shall be mine.
Starting off with one of the Warlock's many questionable rare cards. I mean, the Doomguard is, of course, a great closer. It can also be just great in the mid-game if people can't deal with it, but the whole discarding 2 random cards thing is a real issue. I don't exactly want to commit to that this early on in the draft. Or do I? Whatever, we're playing Warlock, let's just freaking do this thing. Okay, lots of good stuff here. Aggro is really nice with the Infiltrator. Mortal Coil, though, is just such a great removal spell. I'm going to do that. Do I take another one or this other? No, I'm going to take another one. Mortal Coil is just so freaking great. I'm just never going to be sad to have it. We'll take Chillwind Yeti is the best card there. I don't think I want this Novice Engineer. We'll take a Fairy Dragon. We'll take a Bluegill Warrior here. Although the Owl, I know some people would take so that you could, you know, get some damage through. I'm going to take all the charged creatures, apparently. Succubus is garbage, so we'll take an Infiltrator there. Trying to keep it aggro if we possibly can. Cradle of Filth says, greetings, doing his best Warlock or Warrior impersonation. So here, I could actually take Twisting Nether in case things get out of hand. I mean, this stuff's just garbage. So we'll take the Twisting Nether. Twisting Nether, I hardly know her. Okay, anyway, we'll take it Master Funk there. Alright, do I take a Stormwind Champion just in case? No, we'll take a Grunt, keep the curve low, try to go aggro if possible. And, well, I'd like to have like a Boulder Fist Ogre or something as a sort of just in case endgame card. Siphon Soul's nice. We'll take out anything. We're forced to take a big card here. We'll take the cheapest one, which is also a good card anyway, the Brewmaster in his own right. Now, here, do I take the Ghoul, the best card, which is the Yeti, or just the Geomancer, which is the cheapest card? Tough call. Tough call. We'll take the Geomancer. It's so good with Mortal Coil. I feel like I want to have it. Alright, Flame Imp. Take that. Voidwalker, sure. So we're going for the aggro thing here. We're trying to make it happen. Yep, we'll take a generic 2-drop over the expensive stuff. If we're going for aggro, might as well go for it. Light Warden is junk. This is just a garbage rare. Oh my god. Oh my god, I don't have any healing. This Light Warden is just a 1-2 for 1. I guess I'll take the Abomination, but boy am I not happy about it. Alright, Power Overwhelming seems like the right kind of card for this deck, although Demon Fire is worth considering. I'll take the Demon Fire, it's a bit less committal than the Power Overwhelming. Hellfire seems fine in case, because I need to burn the opponent out. The Grizzly is really good, I think, for aggro so that you can protect your cheaper drops. And here we go. I'm not going to take this. We'll take the Ogre as a just-in-case endgame card in case the game goes long. We'll take another one. Sends Demons. What can it find for me? It can find my Doomguard. It can find Voidwalker. It can find Flame Imp. Alright, it'll have to do. I don't want another Ogre. I don't want to slow this deck down. Take a Dark Iron Dwarf. Oh god, so many Yetis in this draft. I feel like I could have had the best 4-drop draft ever, but we'll take an Elven Archer there. Keep the curve small. Get some buffs. Alright, get another chargy dude. And another chargy dude. Well, here it is. I don't know if this technically qualifies as aggro, but I took a lot of cheap stuff, so probably one way or another this is going to be a super fast run. Baron of Fate says, have no fear, the Baron of Fate is here, and he bows. Welcome, Baron of Fate. Then Baron of Fate asks the question, why in the world did he, referring to me, choose Twisting Nether? Well, it was that, Doomsayer, or Murloc Warleader. So take your pick, but I feel like having, you know, a kind of reset button in case things go south is not the worst thing. Although it's pretty bad. I would much rather have like a Sea Giant or something. Okay, we're gonna mulligan anything that costs more than 2 mana. So hopefully I get a 1-drop here. It doesn't happen. We'll be coining into probably the Bloodsail Raider. Actually, no, I'm gonna coin into Fairy Dragon. Although the Fairy Dragon's more valuable than the Bloodsail Raider. Just in case my opponent plays a 2-3, I want to be able to clear it off the map. I don't want to have to dick around and have things dancing on the floor. Okay. Getting all the 2-drops in the universe. What did I say? Fairy Dragon. Here we go. See if he's got a claw for this thing. Because of the ability, it's the only thing that will kill it, is a claw. Or, I guess, you know, a Bluegill Warrior would also do the job. Oh, yeah! So, Baron of Fate asks, Boris, what do you think of that, the Insane Dark Cultist? So if any of you guys missed it, a new card has been introduced the Dark Cultist, which is a 3/4 for 3 mana, and it's a priest-specific minion. I think it's ridiculous. I think it's ridiculous. It's a 3/4 with the Death Rattle, give a friendly minion plus 3 health. But who cares even about the Death Rattle? It's a 3/4 for 3 mana. It's freaking insane. So I think a lot of people are going to be playing priests, honestly. I think once next Ramos is released and people get that card, there's going to be priests all over this shiz. Just all over it. My opponent is all over the taunt, though, so that's not so good. I got my garbage card, unfortunately. It's the best way to deal with the situation. Well, I think we want to kill this guy. And I'll whack that guy. We'll play that. We'll play that. So I'm wide open for a swipe, but this is just how it goes. When you play aggro, you have to run up against swipes and other master removals, whatever. Lots of hellos in the chat. Hello, everybody. Glad to see you here for another stream. So you could shapeshift, kill the grunt, use the monkey to kill my fairy dragon if he wants. Druid of the Claw is also a card I don't want to see because it's, you know, very large and difficult to get past. Boulder Fist Ogre. Well, we're going to life tap here. Ah, Mortal Coil, that's a pretty good draw, actually. I wish I had it at the start of my turn. As it is, though, we can do this. This. Hit in the face. So the smoke's cleared, and actually I'm doing alright. You wouldn't know I was an aggro deck at all from this hand. He's got 4 cards to my 5, and I start with the Flame Imp on the board. Alright, he plays one of those. Is this worth dropping Doomguard onto? I don't think it is. I don't think it's worth dropping a Doomguard. We're just going to do this thing. 2 for 1. Play this thing. I can afford the 2 for 1. I've got plenty of health so I can life tap quite a bit, and I was already in the lead. I'd like to play this other stuff before I play my Doomguard, if I possibly can. Destroy XYZ asked, did I miss much? Nope! Just, this is the first game of a draft. I tried to draft aggro, and I did, except you wouldn't know it from this hand, because I drew all my expensive drops, because that's the story of my life. But no, everything's fine here. And we get a raid leader. Okay. And a panther. Well, this is not super impressive. In fact, I'm going to play the Abomination. See if we can make the magic happen here. The Abomination will trade with both of his cards. Why Abomination not Hellfire? Well, I don't need the Hellfire, and the Abomination is the worst card. So if I can use the worst card effectively, I might as well. Baron of Fate says, speaking of the Dark Cultist, it's exactly what priests needed, a way to help control the early game effectively so they can pave the way to insane endgame they have access to with their hero ability. Yes, except I think also it's worth noting a 3/4 is what everybody needed, but now only priests got it. I mean, what class wouldn't want a 3/4 for 3 mana? It's crazy good. Crazy, I say. And we get a Wind Fury Harpy here, which is also crazy, so I can kill it with Doomguard, but I think I'd rather just use Siphon Soul. There's a risk, of course, that he'll play an Ironbark Protector later, but I think he would have played it if he had it already. So Siphon Soul that, jazz, and here we go. We're quite in the lead. This Doomguard's annoying. I really wish it were like a Mind Control tech or a Demolisher. I could have actually played it already. Mustard Mitt says that the Dark Cultist already looks like it's going to be nerfed before it comes into existence. I know. I just have a feeling they're going to make it a 2/4 at some point. My opponent just shapeshifts and passes the turn. Very interesting. Well, we'll play the Boulder Fist Ogre. And I'm going to hang on to that Bluegill Warrior. I mean, there's really no point in playing it. He's going to obviously have enough mana to shapeshift, so I might as well just see what he's got before I commit this to the board. Or if I can play the bear and then the Bluegill Warrior, that's fine too. To protect the Bluegill Warrior behind the bear from shapeshift, that's fine. I'm going to Starfall my Ogre, which I'm okay with. Because now he needs at least one other card to kill it. And it's a swipe. Wow, Starfall swipe just to kill 1 Ogre. That's pretty sweet. Cool beans, Broseph. Let's go ahead and play the Grizzly. This guy. Oh, I should have life tapped first. Do I actually do I even want to life tap? I don't. I want to try to. I'm not going to life tap here. The reason I'm not life tapping, folks, is that I want to try to clear my hand out so I can play Doomguard. Now this Hellfire, unfortunately, I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna throw it away to the Doomguard most likely because it's not very applicable here.
I must save
Got a Keeper of the Grove to kill my Bluegill Warrior. Shapeshift. Does he have a way to get past this bear? He is going to bite the bear to death. Actually, I could play Hellfire to kill this guy. Interesting. Let's see what my other card is. It's a Bluegill Warrior. Alright, well, let's do it then. We're gonna run this in like this. Gonna play the Hellfire like this. And you know what? Forget you, Blue Little Warrior. I don't need you. It's fine. So we're both out of cards. The difference being that I have a 5/7 in play, and I can life tap freely to catch back up on cards. Baron of Fate makes a very interesting argument in response to my claim that everybody wants a 3/4. He says, but Boris, I don't like that logic. What class doesn't want a 3/6 with freeze? What class doesn't want a 1/1 with charge? What class doesn't want a 6/6 that does 3 damage, etc., etc.? The difference is that the Dark Cultist has base stats. It's just a 3/4 for 3 mana. That's like what the hypothetical neutral 3 mana minion would do if it existed. By contrast, we already have a neutral 4 mana minion and a neutral 6 mana minion, so those already exist. The thing that I find, weird about the Dark Cultist is that it's just a 3/4 for 3. Like, even if it didn't have any abilities, it would already be really good and everybody would want one. The other cards that you mentioned, those are things that are, specialized. Alright, well, we're gonna life tap here, see what we can get. Demon Fire is just what I needed, so now we can do this. This. Demon Fire that to death. Face. Iron Bark #1 goes down. If he actually played another Iron Bark, I might be in trouble. I don't have any Soul Fire, so I don't have any direct damage to get through.
Where shall I
oh my god, this guy is like obsessed with taunt. This guy has some kind of like a taunt problem. We need like a tauntervention for this man. Alright, Raid Leader is exactly what I needed. Gives my Doomguard 6 damage, and then Shadow's Flare gets the kill. Baron of Fate then adds every class has cards that every other class would kill to have except Priest. Yes. I agree that, Fire Elemental is a very good card and everybody would love to have Fire Elemental. And Unleash the Hounds is very good and everyone would want to have it. The issue with Dark Cultist is it's like a vanilla creature. I don't care what the Death Rattle is or what the ability is. The fact that it has, vanilla stats that don't exist in the game and have no reason not to exist, but they belong only to Priest, that's my beef. Now, if you say, well, priests are weak, so let's give them, like if it would be like if only priests had a Chillwind Yeti. Like, let's imagine if, like, only priests could have Chillwind Yeti. That would just be kind of, what I would say, thematically stupid. It would be thematically dumb if, like, only priests had a Chillwind Yeti. Or, like, if only mages had a Boulder Fist Ogre. It doesn't really make much sense to me aesthetically. Now, if you're gonna give classes unique things like Unleash the Hounds or Fire Elemental, I'm okay with that because yes, everybody would kill to have those, but it like thematically makes sense that a Fire Elemental would be a Shaman card and Unleash the Hounds would be a Hunter card. There's no particular reason why the only vanilla 3/4 in the game would be Priest. Now, Baron of Fate notes that raw stats, Injured Blade Master is equivalent, but the problem is Injured Blade Master is a 4/3. And comparing a 4/3 to a 3/4 is a little bit spurious because a 3/4 is vastly better. A 3/4 doesn't die to every 3/2 for 2 mana card in the game. So that difference between 4/3 and 3/4 is huge. And for Razorfin Hunter, which Baron of Fate also notes, which has total stats of 3/4, the fact that it's split up into a 2/3 and a 1/1, again, it's just not as good because what do I want to do here? I'm going to play this and pass the turn. It's just not as good because the 1/1 gets pinged off or dealt with really easily, and then you're left with just a 2/3. Not that Razorfin Hunter is a bad card, but it's not as good as a 3/4. Right, so anyway, we have a secret going down as Baron and I have a spirited discussion here. Let's check. Well, do I want to check for Mirror Entity first, or do I want to check for Vaporize, whatever first? I feel like to check for Mirror Entity, I have to throw this Archer down, which kind of sucks. But I'm sure I'll do it. We'll check for Mirror Entity like this. It's not a Mirror Entity. We'll check for Vaporize / Ice Armor. It is. It's a Vaporize. Okay. Raid Leader. Not the greatest start. I really got a slow hand here with these two cards, unfortunately. Arcane Missile is exceptionally good here. Luckily, they both missed, all three missed my raid leader, so she's not going to get to ping that to death. But she does get to play a Harvest Golem, which is pretty close to the same thing. Alright, let's life tap. No good answer to this Harvest Golem, like, at all. So what we're going to do here is this, and throw him at her face. I just have to hope that I can catch up card advantage-wise with the Hellfire. Or with Twisting Nether, I hardly know her. This annoyingly does not die to Hellfire. And now my board is gone. She did have enough mana to ping my wolf and kill my raid leader. This is just getting uglier and uglier. Mortal Coil! Alright. Unfortunately, I have 2 Mortal Coil targets. We'll do this one, I suppose. See if I need to really do the Hellfire or not. Whatever. I'm not gonna life tap here just yet. I'm getting a little bit low on health. Mustard Mitt says, was late to the party so I missed the draft. Was it a bad one? I don't know. I tried to go aggro and we'll see if it worked or not. Hard to say at the moment.
Get in there and fight, maggot.
Alright, so everything I have is going to die. Just how I like it. Arcane Golem, so I can't quite Twisting Nether here. Alright, 3, 4, 5, 6 damage. We're gonna life tap. And we're going to pass the turn. This is a little bit risky. I'm gonna go down very low against a mage, down to 14. But then I'm gonna play Twisting Nether, which who sees that coming, and hopefully catch back up. Because she's a lot of stuff here. She is gonna deal 6 damage to me, so I'm very low, so I'm a couple of fireballs away from dying. And then Twisting Nether. Here we go. Boop. It's one of the coolest animations in the game. Don't often get to see it, but here we are. I don't necessarily win now. I'm ahead on cards, but my cards aren't that great, and I'm low on life, so she can always just try to burn me out. Got a Lord of the Arena coming down. Luckily, Siphon Soul is life gain. Unfortunately, I have the stupid Hellfire here. So I can kill this with Siphon Soul or Arcane Golem plus Dark Iron Dwarf. We're just going to do this, I think, to gain some life, and play the Arcane Golem. Hopefully the extra mana doesn't make a difference. So Baron of Fate comments, I suppose you're correct. I still don't feel it's too OP. I think it certainly is powerful, but the things that make other classes unique will keep people from all flooding to Priest now. I should clarify, yeah, you're correct. I don't think it's OP by any means to have a 3/4 with an ability. And I don't think it's necessarily bad either. I'm actually very excited that there's going to be a 3/4 for 3 mana in the game, and I'm excited that Priests get it because I like Priests. I've always wanted to play Priests. It's just it's been difficult. And my prediction that everyone's going to flood to Priest isn't necessarily that that's a bad thing. I just think that's what's going to happen. That's what my guess is. Let's go ahead and check for Mirror Entity with the Voidwalker. Okay, it's not Mirror Entity. Let's go ahead and play Bluegill Warrior. And Dark Iron Dwarf to kill that Questing Adventure. We're going to now check for Vaporize number 2. It is Vaporize number 2. And do I want to life tap at the end of my turn like a bad player? No, not gonna life tap here. Let's wait and see what she does before I make any commitments. Mama's Backhand asks, when does stream start? How's it going? I won 1 game as a Warlock. The stream started just 21 minutes ago, so you have not missed too much. Won the first game. This game is dicey. We'll see. The Arcane Intellect was a very sad sight. This is actually pretty cool. I don't care that much about the taunt, and I'm glad that this happened before I put a Demon Fire on it. This guy's about to become a 5/3. Alright, so I could Demon Fire my own guy, make him a 3/5 on Hellfire to clear her board. I could also just throw the Dark Iron Dwarf in that. Yeah, let's hang on to that Hellfire. So we're gonna Demon Fire this. Kill the Master Swordsmith. Wait, can I win? 7, 10? No, can't win. Let's actually life tap here. What am I gotta remember to start playing this game correctly. Okay, we're gonna play the Boulder Fist Ogre. Kill that. Kill that. Alright, let's see if she has a fireball or a polymorph for this ogre. If it's a fireball, I'll be pretty happy it's not going on my face. If it's a polymorph, I'll be a little bit sad.
I hope you like my invention.
Mustard Mint says, I've rage quit Priest after trying to heal a Soul Priest and killing it and then losing the game in a rain of that was a mistake spam from my opponent. The squelch feature you should appreciate, my good man.
Someday I'll be just like
Alright, what do we do here? Well, we killed this guy, obviously. The question is, am I going to Hellfire? 6, 9, 10, 13 damage. Oh, gosh. Do I Hellfire? I don't think I can life tap anymore. But I think Hellfiring here seems pretty good. So we're going to run this guy into the Gadsden Auctioneer. Play Hellfire. This is risky because, first of all, that was a mistake. And I just missed out on a point of damage for absolutely no reason. And second of all, if she top decks a Pyroblast, I lose the game. There's been a request for a summary of the debate that I had with Baron Nefate about Dark Cultist, where Baron Nefate summarizes it as, we sort of both agreed upon the card being really good but shouldn't be nerfed. At least I feel like that's where it ended, right, Boris? Yes. I think I made it sound like I thought it should be nerfed, but I don't think it should be nerfed. I just think it's a little bit aesthetically displeasing that only priests get a 3/4, but I also think it's kind of exciting too because I like priests and I'm glad to see priests getting some love. Although ever since my girlfriend made a priest deck for me, I've been enjoying priest a lot more in my downtime. Anyway, my opponent did not get a Pyroblast off the top of her deck. Who knows if she even has one? And we win the game, so hooray. Twisting Nether, actually, guys. How about that MVP, huh? She had a board of 5 creatures when I Twisting Nethered. Not that she misplayed. I don't think it's really ever correct to play around Twisting Nether, just because it's, first of all, an epic, and second of all, it's a bad one, so you gotta figure most Warlocks won't take it. But still pretty cool. You know, no discredit to my opponent. That just ended up working out really well for me, and we are on to game 3. Another mage, of course. Don't like being a warlock against mages or hunters. It just feels really uncomfortable all of the time. Part of why I quit warlock for a while was because there were just so many damn mages and hunters all the time. Here we get a pretty fast start. We can drop a pair of 1-drops. This guy, I will totally attack with him on turn 2 because if my opponent wants to spend turn 3 killing it, she can be my guest. Mirror image? More like mirrored image, am I right? Oh, I don't know what that means. Okay, we're going to coin, Infiltrator, Voidwalker. She's like, oh boy, it's one of those stupid zoo decks. She has a fast start too, it seems. She's fingering a card. I hope it's a Loot Hoarder or something I can kill with Elven Archer. It isn't. Just gonna get to work on my Voidwalker, which is totally fair. I hope she doesn't have any Arcane Explosions, because that would ruin my day. But here we go. Ba-bum. 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 So I'm up a card. So I killed her mirror image. She can go up a card, but it would take her 3rd turn, and I could start plinking her for 3 damage a turn. Make that 6 damage when the Wolf Rider drops. She doesn't have the Arcane Explosion. She also chooses to play the Golem, which is a very, very, very strong draw against aggro. However, the disadvantage of that Golem is that I have this Voidwalker in play, which is quite pesky for her to deal with. The Golem would rather hit like any other creature besides this Voidwalker. Let's see if my opponent has a good answer here. She wants Ascension or an Arcane Explosion. She doesn't have Arcane Explosion, doesn't have Cone of Cold. That's very good news for me. She will kill that Voidwalker. And now the question is, do I kill this Golem? I think the answer is yes. So I will kill the Golem. We're going to do this. Play MVP Elven Archer. Drop a Fairy Dragon in the middle so she can't Cone of Cold my whole team. Hit her in the face for 2. How's the game going? Well, she's got 6 cards to my 4, I assume, after she pings 1. I've got her a little bit low on life. I can life tap to catch up him at full health, and I can drop a Boulder Fist Ogre on turn 6, which is going to be very maddening, I'm sure, for the opponent to witness. She has a Stormsuck Commando that's good for 2 of my creatures. I can life tap, or I can play 2 creatures. I'm actually going to rather play 2 creatures than life tap for a card. Chaz says, hi Boris, happy to see you streaming again. Hello Chaz, good to see you again. So next turn we got a Boulder Fist Ogre. If she's had polymorph for fireball this whole time. I haven't given her any good targets for it, so she might very well have one for the ogre. She draws a card, so she goes up yet another card against me. I'm still at full health, so I can life tap pretty freely. It's going to take a little bit of time here. This Worgen will kill 2 of my creatures if I don't do something about it. Mortal Coil, oh my god. Well, that's actually worth not playing an ogre for, in my opinion. We're going to run in, Mortal Coil with spell damage, so tasty. Draw a card. Doomguard, am I going to throw my Boulder Fist Ogre away? Oh, I can't. I'm going to life tap. I can't do that. That's just silly. And luckily, I do get a playable card. That's one that deals some damage to her. Alright, so here's the plan, guys. We're going to play Boulder Fist Ogre. Hopefully she does something about it. Then next turn, I play whatever I draw and play Doomguard and try to kill her. This could be an Ice Armor. Actually, I don't know what would be more annoying. Pretty much any secret is annoying here except for, like, Counterspell. Alright, so do I play Mirror into Mirror Entity by letting her have this Ogre? Alright, let's do this. I'm going to check for Vaporize / Ice Armor first. It isn't one of those. Yeah, I could check for Mirror Entity. I really think it's Mirror Entity, so we're going to do this.
What you want?
Oh, it wasn't Mirror Entity. Yeah. Well, do I life tap or play the Doomguard? Let's play the Doomguard. I've got a lot of reach in this deck, so even though I'm throwing away an Ogre, I think it's worth it. Not only am I threatening lethal right now, but I'm safe from Flame Strike because this thing's got 7 friggin' health. If she fireballs or polymorphs it, that'll be her whole turn. Yep, so there's half her mana gone for that. She needs like a Cone of Cold here. She has Arcane Missiles, which could be good depending on how many of them hit good targets. The answer is really only one. Hit the sheep, she can ping a thing off. Well, does she actually have Ice Block here? Because it's the last thing I can save her. Ice Block. Who plays Ice Block?
Hey, give me that.
This mage plays Ice Block. Well played. Alright. Okay. Let's just keep the party going. If I actually lose because of that Ice Block, like if she like Flame Strikes here, clears my board and like stabilizes, I'm just gonna be amazed. I don't have any direct damage. I don't have any Drain Life. I don't have any Soul Fire. So if she throws down enough taunts, she could actually, and I don't have any Silence because I did not take the Ironbeak Owl. So if she actually like stabilizes here, plays like 2 Molten Giants and gives him a Defender of Argus, I actually could lose. Oh wait, I forgot about Twisting Nether. Twisting Nether, my savior. In case she had thrown out a bunch of taunts, I could have cleared them all away, and she would have had to throw down a bunch more taunts. Anyway, we win the game. That's what I'm trying to say here. In before 3 ice barriers, says Baron of Fate. But no, not even one. She had 2 vaporizes and what's this? Oh no, that was the last mage. She had an Ice Block. Chad says, Twisting Nether, WTF. Who plays Twisting Nether? Well, let me just say this. Anyone who sees Twisting Nether Doomsayer Murloc War Leader is probably going to have a pretty good chance of playing Twisting Nether, and no regrets so far. 0 regrets. It won me a game, actually. I'm not even joking. That card, like, single-handedly won me a game when, like, no other card in the world would have won the game for me. Gonna mulligan the whole hand, search for our 1 and 2 drops, find one of them, and a Mortal Coil. This is not the greatest opening hand. Twisting Nether is a bit early, but it could be good later. I'd just be in trouble if I drew, like, my Ogre and other expensive stuff. This thing that I tried to mulligan comes back into my hand. Being first with the Blue Glue Warrior is very irritating because if the opponent doesn't give you something to kill with it, then he can just shapeshift next turn and be in pretty good shape. I don't really want to do that. Okay, Voidwalker, even though it's a turn late, I'd still rather play it than this Blue Glue Warrior. He's actually gonna kill this thing with Claw and what? Is he actually gonna Claw Shapeshift to kill this? He is gonna my Voidwalker, my humble 1 mana card, drew a Claw Shapeshift. I cannot be happier about that. I'm not gonna give Druids extra mana though. That's a bit silly. So we're gonna hang on to this Arcane Golem for later.
Let
Acolyte of Pain is very unfortunate because it's extremely good against these guys. It's almost certainly going to be good for 2 cards. If I'm not careful, it'll be good for 3. That's actually one of the best drops I could have possibly imagined him planking down. So what we'll do here is protect our little imp. We're gonna run in like this, Mortal Coil this, get a card.
Job's done.
So, a little bit scary that he's got this Acolyte here. He's gonna get some nice card advantage, but if things get out of hand, I can always come back later with the Twisting Nether. Okay, well I got the swipe, which will allow him to clear off most of my board. Thankfully not all of it. Ironford Grizzly is exactly what I needed. Actually, might as well just play this Grunt for good measure. Super protection for my Wounded Shattered Sun Cleric. If he has another swipe, my board will get cleared, such as life. Such as life. I mean, this deck, I think, pretty much is a 0% chance of winning against the Druid who plays 2 swipes. So, it's just part of the fold, and the fact that I've gotten 3 wins is going to be good enough. Dark Scale Healer is unfortunate. This Acolyte's going to be good for 3 cards now. Oh my god, that Grunt was a mistake. I should have played the Blue Gill Warrior. Well, you live and you learn, and you watch someone's Acolyte give him 3 cards, as the old saying goes. Okay, let's play Boulder Fist Ogre. Very timely arrival here. Let's damage all of our minions. Should I 2-for-1 into the Dark Scale Healer? Nah. We're going to go ahead and keep on pounding the face. Or I guess if by keep on I mean start pounding the face. So we have 6 damage here, plus another 6 if this gets to attack. That's 12. I might be able to catch up and burn him out. Druids, of course, as I've said many times, have a very difficult time with Boulder Fist Ogres. So if he doesn't have his own Boulder Fist Ogre, I might be able to, you know, kind of catch up in that fashion.
My shield for
Andrew Marcus. Well, my Ogre's now going to have to run into this. It seems. That's, I presume, for a card. Yeah. So now, it's a very clever move by my opponent. The Dark Scale Healer will be at 3 health. The Grunt won't be big enough to kill it. So I'm going to have to run my Ogre into it. Oh, is he actually going to innervate Shapeshift? Ah, jeez. Well, it's worth doing. Now I have to run my Ogre into this already damaged Dark Scale Healer, drop it down to 2 health, and my Ogre's going to die. Well, I don't see a way around it unless I get my other Mortal Coil. Well, I could use the Arcane Golem. I think that's what I'm going to have to do. I hate this. But I've got to do it. So do I do this with Dark Iron, or this with Dark Iron Dwarf, or just this guy? Let's go for it. I'm going to do this. I'm actually just going to play the Dark Iron Dwarf basically for the body. Hit him for 8. Now you might say, Boris, why'd you do that? Now you accelerated him up to 8 mana. He's going to drop his Iron Bark's turn earlier. Yes, he is. When you're behind, you got to take risks. I just have to risk it as I just hope he doesn't have an Iron Bark. It's pretty much the only way I can win now. He doesn't have an Iron Bark. He has that, which is almost as annoying because I can't kill it with my Dwarf. He has massive card advantage. He's got 8 cards to my 4, soon to be 5. Now I can life tap a fair bit because I have a lot of health. But I'd say I'm behind here at this point.
Just me and
And he
Mr.
puts down Mr. Bitey. Alright. Hellfire would actually be really great here. It would let me clear out most of the board and my own Ogre would survive. Okay, let's see if we can life tap into Hellfire or Siphon Soul. Doomguard? Well, that's bad. That means I'm going to be losing Twisting Nether here. Do I actually play the Doomguard? Let's think. Throw away 2 random cards. Kill this engine, hit him for 10 down to 6. I don't think I need to do that. Why don't we do this? I'm going to run this Blue Gill Warrior and my Dark Iron Dwarf into Sen'jin. Play Yeti. In the face for 6. So now, I'm threatening to take him down to 5 health with the Doomguard, and if my Ogre lives as he takes out my 4 drops, I might actually be able to sneak out the win. All that chat says, Boris, new Arena Nightmare story. I went 0-3. Every single opponent played Ragnaros on turn 8, except for the Druid, which wild growth twice early and innervated out on turn 4. Wow. Hashtag Ragnar oh no's. Yeah, wow, that's a good one, Chaz. You really do have the best Nightmare Arena stories. I have to hand it to you. Chaz says, it was my first 0-3 and all I could do was laugh. Hey, I'm actually kind of surprised. I mean, you've complained about such nightmare-ish arenas. I thought for sure you'd done 0-3 before. But congratulations. I broke my 0-3 virginity a long time ago. Haven't rebroken it since. And I'm just as happy that way. But, congratulations. You know, it's a milestone that every man crosses at some point. So I'm glad you got yours out of the way. Okay, is he going to leave my ogre alive? What's going to happen? Am I going to win the game right now? Because my ogre got left alive. What could he do here? Innervate Wrath or something? No, he's just hitting me in the face. Okay. Well, I guess I have to say I'm pretty happy about that Doom Guard. And even about that Boulder Fist Ogre. Boulder Fist Ogres win games. Here we go. Chaz says I should start a stream for my arenas. You really should, Chaz. I mean, what you experience is just sublime. It's art, Chaz. The things that you experience in Hearthstone Arena is just suffering made manifest. I think people would watch that. Must admit, earlier in the chat gave me some congratulations, which I will not repeat because they're a little bit of a spoiler, but thank you, Must admit. I was extremely happy about it. All we have to do left, all we have to do is get to 12 wins with Rogue, and my bucket list will be complete.
Gul'dan versus
Chaz gives some reasons why he's not going to stream regularly. I understand, Chaz. You have my sympathies there.
shall be mine.
Chaz says, wow, you're up to 10k gold? GG, dude. Thank you. Yes, it's not even that I took a break and racked up daily quests or anything. Actually, a lot of that came from a pretty big run that paid out 415. I mean, you get one of those, that really jumpstarts you a fair ways.
The light protects.
Argent Squire! Ah, that's just the worst. Well,
What you want?
Argent Squire, it's just the worst. I mean, there's really no other way to say it. If you're wondering what is just the worst, it's that. Flynn Tarrant asks, is your deck any good? I think so. I think it's a decent aggro-y deck. I'm 4-0 with it anyway. Mustard Mint says, get folks to send you their horror videos. I got a llama bot into Ysera on turn 2 this week. Wow. Did somebody innervate their alarma bot? What the hell? Jesus. That would be a good series. There's already like a funny and lucky Hearthstone series, but that would be like a Hearthstone horror series. Where you people just catalog all the terrible things that happen to them. Alright, this is looking pretty grim. She had a very fast start. Argent Squire into Deadly Poison with the coin is going to shut down most aggressive openings. Pretty much anything other than like Flame Imp and Blood Imp, making the Flame Imp a 3. No, that wouldn't even work either. It has to be Voidwalker, Blood Imp, Voidwalker, then is a 1/4, and then followed up by 2 Flame Imps. Yeah, that's pretty much the only thing that could have survived what my opponent had for me here. But that's kind of the way of it. I really doubt anyone would ever go 12-0 with an aggro deck. You just have to accept that you're going to lose some games on your way to victory, and you just win more than you lose. Okay, Raging Organ's a little bit scary. I can't deal with it at the moment. I need my Mortal Coil, and I don't have it. Probably gonna have to blue to a warrior plus the simp to kill it unless I get Mortal Coil. Oh my god, I actually got Mortal Coil. So we run the imp in, coil for 2 damage. Can I get a 1-drop? I can! Oh my gosh, well look at that. So what is the story? 5 cards to 4, soon to be 5. I'm at full health. I can life tap somewhat freely. I've got a little bit of a head start on the board. She plays a big minions though, I'm gonna be in trouble. Lots of puns in the chat about things you could title a series about Hearthstone horror stories. Alright, I'm gonna life tap here. Flame Imp, lovely dovely. Let's play Blue Warrior. Attack with the whole team. Play Flame Imp over here. Pass the turn. So unfortunately this Panther can kill my Voidwalker, then she can dagger up and kill my Blue Warrior, but she's gonna be down to 18 then? Down to 13. She's gotta be a little bit careful against a Warlock going down into the mid-teens with her dagger. The Fen Creeper, which I'm extremely displeased with. At least she didn't make a dagger though. Alright. How do we kill that Fen Creeper? There's no good way at all. So let's life tap then, see if I can find a way. Cannot. Alright, we're gonna run this in. No, wait, that's not right. Okay, here's what we do. We run this, and my Bluegill Warrior into the Fen Creeper. Play MVP Elven Archer to kill that Panther, and then we hit 5. Face. There we go. I think that's the way that needs to be done. And I'm actually doing okay card-wise. She's got 5 to my 5. Got an Ogre in here and a Doomguard that could save me. Duddy Dude says, hello everybody from Russia. Well, hi Duddy Dude. I was born in the Soviet Union. Privyet. Как дела? Mustard Mitt says, damn, I feel like I should know the Russian for hello, but it escapes me at the moment. Yes, it's, well, Privyet is like hi. Здравствуйте, if you really want to show off. That's more like the proper hello. Alright, Abomination? It's just not good. These guys run into it, the ghoul gets super huge. Do I dare throw a thing? Okay, we're gonna go ahead and life tap. Let's see what we got. Demon Fire. Yes, please. Oh wait, I can Demon Fire my Flame Imp. Go balls to the walls Dickens here. 5-7, she's down at 7 health. No, I can't be the right move. I think we're just gonna keep it simple, keep it safe. Let's Demon Fire this ghoul, play Loot Hoarder, and hit her in the face. So she's down pretty low. Assuming she has no silence, I've got 2 damage here, so she's at 7. Doomguard, Wolf Rider, I can maybe burn her out. We'll see. Duddy Dude says, you have good Russian accent, Boris. Why, thank you. Well, I spoke Russian as my, like, only language until I was 6 years old, so although I've forgotten most of it, I feel like, you know, my pronunciation's still pretty solid. She actually hits my Loot Hoarder, which I'm pretty thrilled with, because that means she's taking 2 extra damage. She runs all her stuff into my stuff, which I'm pretty okay with as well. Plays a Molten Giant. Okay. Let's see here. A Dark-Eyed Dwarf. Wow, is that worth Twisting Nethering? Let's think about this. Or should I play this guy first? Alright. Sense Demons would be guaranteed to give me my Doomguard, I believe. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to play the Abomination now. Wait. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to play the Abomination. Should I life tap? Sure, no, I'm not going to life tap. I'm just going to play the Abomination and pass the turn. No, I'm going to play the Abomination and I'm going to Sense Demons. Right, there we go. I'm going to Sense Demons, play the Abomination. I'm guaranteed to get my Doomguard and a worthless Imp, right, because I've already played my Flame Imp and my what's his face? Voidwalker. So if she plays any taunts, I'm going to Twisting Nether everything away. If, however, she does not play a taunt, once this guy explodes, I play Doomguard and I kill her. Vision's Blade makes no difference. I don't care that she's doing funny shenanigans. All I care about is her being at 5 health and not having any taunts. Wow, I'm really low on health. Holy crap on a donkey. I did not think I would get that low. She can almost, if she had a cold blood, she could have almost killed me. Holy ballsack Christ. Well, Doomguard MVP.
Well played.
Baron of Fate says, all my sadness, the beauty of the Nether shan't be seen. Well, we saw it once and it won the game. It could have won the game there as well, if it had been necessary, but my opponent did not play a taunt. Alas. Videotape says, very clever. Well, thank you, Videotape. I appreciate the compliment. So yeah, with Sense Demons in the arena, it's kind of weird. I'm not sure I've ever played with Sense Demons before. actually. I don't think I ever have. This is my first time playing with Sen's Demons. Yeah, it's weird with the Arena, because obviously if you played with it in Constructed, you'd have a bunch of demons in your deck. But in Arena, you really need to make sure you keep count of what your demons are and what you have already played and what you haven't seen yet. Because in that game, if I hadn't known that I was guaranteed to get Doomguard out of Sen's Demons, I might have, played less efficiently and won later. Alright, up against a Druid. Druid generally a tough matchup when you're trying to be aggro. This is a pretty nice curve. 1, 2, 3. Sure, I'll keep it. As a second player, I'm much happier to play Bluegill Warrior on turn 2 onto an empty board, because then it's the Druid's turn 3, and if he spends his entire third turn killing this thing, I'm pretty okay with that. Pretty okay with it. So what I basically want is for him to pass on turn 1. I play Flame Imp, he plays a 3-2, trying to kill the Flame Imp, I play the Bluegill Warrior and kill it. That's the plan, folks. Sturvdeserves asks, what's your day job? I teach part-time for a test prep company. I teach classes. Ooh, never mind. All those plans go out the window. I teach classes for standardized tests. So I help people pass the LSAT to get into law school, the GRE for grad school, and the GMAT for business school. So we got a pretty fast start here. I wanted to play a 3-2 so that I can kill it with my Bluegill Warrior. If he plays a 2-3, I can use this Infiltrator, which was very nice, and Elven Archer to finish off. Loot Hoarder I'm also okay with. This is pretty fine. Flynn Tarrant asks, is anyone else getting serious delay? I'm still watching the game with the Rogue. Holy crap, that's serious. I don't know. Let me know in the chat. Does everyone see that I'm playing a Druid now? But because the delay is pretty bad, but I don't think it's that bad. It's pretty sad. Baron of Fate says, oh, Boris, I'm reaching into your foray soon. I'm hopefully going to be a professional tutor soon. Whoa, that's awesome. Hey, if you start working test prep, talk to me. Send me a message on YouTube. I'd be happy to give some advice. I'd be teaching math from basic algebra all the way up to Calc 2. Oh, I see. So you're like actual stuff teaching, not like test prep. Not standardized tests. That's a more noble profession than the one that I have tangled with. I'm going to play this Grizzly, which I drafted and I'm very happy to have now because it will stop the Harvest Golem from wreaking havoc on my creatures. Of course, if he has a Swipe or a Wrath or Claw, well, that goes to hell. Let's see if he's got the Swipe, or the Wrath, or the Claw. Not the end of the world if he does, but I'm in really, really good shape if he doesn't. Chaz says, I'm a math teacher and I work test prep. I'm both of you. Haha, yes indeed. Oh god. It's got some kind of a 6-drop here. What the dickens. Booty the Bodyguard. Well, that's not the worst thing it could have been, honestly. That's really not that bad. It's only 4 health. I would have been much more concerned about a Druid or the Claw, to be totally honest. So what we do here is I think throw these guys into the Booty Bay. Into the Bay of Booties. Yeah, we're gonna throw these guys into the Bay of Booties, play the Loot Hoarder with the Loot Hoarder. And we're gonna throw everything at the face, because hey, we're a Warlock. That's what we do. So I'm actually not doing bad on cards. He didn't have removal, he's just got 5 cards to my 5, and I can life tap freely because I'm at maximum health. Novice Engineer for a card. I'm actually delighted by this because that means he's only got 3 mana to work with against my board. Does this Druid have no removal? Can't hold it against him. I played a Druid run recently that went quite well, where I had like 3 swipes and 4 Wraths, and a Claw for good measure, and a Starfall. So lots of removal in that deck. I have done much worse if I had seen much less of it in my draft. He actually is going to, it looks like, set me up for a Starfall next turn, although I don't exactly know. Oh, no, he's just using the Soul Fight. Okay, fair enough. Well, let's see what we got here. I think I might as well just keep the pressure coming, honestly. I don't see much point in being fancy about it. Put a 4/4 on the ground, get 2 extra damage to the face. Seems good. Sort of like a good Nightblade, this Dark Iron Dwarf was. Duddy Dude says, Boris, would you make any other videos about constructed decks on YouTube with your girlfriend? Last one was pretty good. Thank you. I'm really glad you enjoyed it. She's very, very busy. She has a 4-year-old son and she works a lot. She works, 40 hours a week. So it's a little bit tricky to find time for us both to make those videos. But yes, I'm glad you enjoyed it. And we definitely would like to do more of that with the proper volume settings. I apologize to everyone who suffered because the volume on that was low. I seem to have gotten it working much better, so I will definitely tell her that she has some fans.
What to do?
Okay, she's going to throw stuff at the Dark Iron Dwarf, which is quite smart, making this Grizzly very difficult for me to get past. And it looks like I can either life tap or I can play an Ogre. Well, let's run this in. I'm planning to play the Ogre unless a better deal comes along. Twisting Nether, I hardly know her. Okay, so we're going to run this in. My opponent's now going to be very frustrated because after putting up with aggro all game, he now has to put up with this Boulder Fist Ogre. He could play Ancient of War, that'd probably be his best card here. Or have some way to kill this, but that would take at least 2 Druid cards, unless of course he plays Naturalize, which when was the last time any of us saw Naturalize getting played? So if I can hit him with this Ogre, the Abomination, barring a silence, should win me the game.
I hear you got a
Ravenloft Assassin is exactly what my opponent does not want here. This does absolutely nothing. So actually, this moment is just a great illustration of why Ravenloft Assassin is just a bad card. When you're behind, it doesn't really help very much. It's life tap, and there's the kill. Any damage will do. Wolf Rider. Now, I could have played Abomination and probably won, but that's a bit bad manner. Let's just kill it right now. Alright, sweet. I don't think I've been 6-0 with a Warlock in a while, but this is kind of nice. Very aggro deck, but some nice endgame hitters with the Ogre and the Twisting Nether. I hardly know her. Closing out some key games. Looks good. I will say what I always say when I'm at 6-0, which is that no matter what happens now, I'm going to be happy unless I lose the next 3 games. That would be embarrassing. Let's just keep the good vibes going and get one more win here. All right. Who is next? Earlier, Flynn Tarrant said, whoever did the voice acting for the Booty Bit Bodyguard should get an award. Hearthstone does an amazing job with voice acting.
Shall be mine.
It's just, I mean, you don't really have much to go with, but the voice actors just, with uttering only a couple of lines, have managed to put so much character into the game. I really appreciate it. Alright, can I get a 1-drop? I cannot. So this is probably the worst starting hand I've had, and I'm first against a rogue to top it all off. So, feeling a little bit scared here. She, of course, has a play because, of course, she does. And it's a raid leader. Of course it is. Oh, God. Jesus. Flame Imp, you're late. You're late. You're late for a very important date. Now she can dagger. Bandit, dagger, kill that. Leave herself with a 2-2 and a dagger in hand. I play Flame Imp, desperately trying to catch up. Whew. Rough start. Rough start. If I had been the second player, I'd have been totally fine. Oh, she, for a moment there, I thought I was going to go for the face, but no, my hopes are dashed. So this Defiant Spring Leader is going to get to kill 2 cards. It got to kill my thingy, and it's going to get to kill my Flame Imp. So let's life tap first. Okay, much better, I think, this. I'd rather lose this to the Bandit than the Flame Imp. Also, this might actually live the turn if she doesn't fan of knives, and it might actually kill a bigger creature. Not Scarlet Crusader, though. Ah, God, this is getting ugly. Alright, so what do we do here? I think what we do is this, 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 this. 20 health, can't life tap a whole lot. She can kill this guy with the Ringleader plus the dagger she already has, and play a really good 4-drop. It's looking bad. It's looking bad. If I can get my other Mortal Coil, that would be fantastic. Eviscerate, uncomboed. Such is her desperation to kill that Flame Imp. She remakes the dagger, so she kind of passed on her turn here. This is awkward. I don't want to play this and throw 2 cards away, but I might have to. Alright, there we go. So let's life tap. Elven Archer. So what's worth it? Killing this or playing the... I'm going to play the Imp Master. This is a little bit risky, but I need to get some bodies on the ground. Especially with the Dark Iron Dwarf. I want to start in my Imp Factory here.
My shield for Argus.
Alright, so she gets a free kill on my imp. And she can almost kill my imp master. No, she's going for the face. Oh, she's going for broke. Well, can't hold it against her here. So I got the Boulder Fist Ogre, but it's too slow. Arch doesn't work anymore. Shoot, this is just ugly, guys. Oh, okay. What we're going to do here, let's play the Dark Iron Dwarf. Pop that. The Geomancer here. Pass the turn. I just hope she can't burn me out. I put the Geomancer on the left to play around Betrayal, but she has the dagger in hand, so she can just kill the imp. It's ugly. I've got these really expensive cards, but I can't really play this one unless I'm super desperate, and she might be able to burn me out. The Ghoul suggests she might be going for real quote-unquote kills. Let's see. Is she gonna kill my... Is she just gonna... Oh, she's gonna clear the board that way. Oh my gosh. That's pretty gross. So she now has a 6-3 to... Can I get my Siphon Soul or a Wolf Rider? Okay, so we're Siphon Souling this thing. That's ugly, but it's happening. Am I gonna Elven Archer her face? That seems silly, so we're just gonna pass the turn. Alright, well, I might have to use Twisting Nether as a very expensive kill one creature card.
Glory to the
Okay, never mind, I'm gonna use it as a kill two creatures card. Let's think. I could Elven Archer the Scarlet Crusader and play a Boulder Fist Ogre. The Boulder Fist Ogre does win in a fight versus Blood Knight. She can hit me down to 10 health, probably won't be able to burn me out. I'm gonna pop this. I'm gonna pop it. She has 3 cards to my 4. I've got good cards though. This Ogre's good. If I can play out my hand, the Doomguard can be good. We'll see what she's got.
My shield.
She's got is a bunch of stuff that dies to Hellfire. Alright, so that's what's getting played. This thing. I hate this thing so much. No, we're not even gonna bother. We're just gonna do this. MVP Elven Archer.
1 kill.
And, oh jeez, what the heck. I'm not gonna life tap. I think it's a little bit too dangerous to life tap here. Plus, I've got this Doomguard I need to try to throw out. We're gonna just mulligan, or pass the turn there. She's got 2 cards left. Let's see how good these are. Chaz says, wow, I haven't ever even seen the Twisting Nether animation. That's awesome. Yes, it's like one of the best animations in the game. Twisting Nether animation, quite beloved. She has a Master of Disguise. Look at that terrible card. And is she going to get to hit me with it is the question. I can play this, which technically trades with it. Or I can play this, which lets her hit me, but then, you know, this Raid Leader is terrible. If I play this and Raid Leader, the Raid Leader just dies. Oh my gosh. I could play this guy and throw away my other cards. Does that make any sense? We'll try it. We'll try it. I don't know if this is correct. This could be just bad. But what this does do is it preserves my health and it gives me a huge board, a 4/4 and a 5/3 with just 2 cards. I'm dealing 9 damage a turn, so she's dead in 3 turns to this stuff. Let's see if she can do anything. She's going to remake the dagger and put Deadly Poison. Is there another Blade Flurry here? An Eviscerate. So she used the Deadly Poison just to combo the Eviscerate so she could kill the Abomination. Now it fires. Is she going to hit the Doomguard? She is. Alright, well, here we are. She's got a Deadly Poison. I've got a Mortal Coil. Thanks, game. Thanks, game. Do I play the Shattered Sun Cleric just to have it die to the Wicked Knife? I don't think so. We're going to pass the turn here. Oh, man. I don't know. I gambled on that Doom card, and then she had 2 cards that could kill a 4/4 and a 5/3. Rogues aren't very good at removal, but still, that was kind of frustrating. We have a Mortal Coil that can help me, maybe. Panda, huh? Well, this is a good card, so let's play the Panda. I'm not going to life tap here at 6 health. It's way too close without any taunts. I will kill her in 2 turns with these guys if she lets me with her cards. Does she have a Leroy Jenkins or like Charged Creature Cold Blood to finish me off with? We're about to find out. Earlier I had 2 good creatures and she had 2 cards and killed them both. Here she daggers my face and Farseer to heal up, which is unfortunate, and Eviscerate. Oh my god, are you goddamn kidding me? So I'm dead next turn to the dagger. I've only got 9 damage here. She's at 9 health. I can't possibly kill her. We need a taunt. We do not get one. However, what I can do is run the Blue-Go Warrior. Let's see, 5, 6, 9, 11. Nope, no, it doesn't kill her. I can run this in there so I can play Mortal Coil on this. I get one more chance to get a taunt. Don't get one.
Another round.
That was annoying. I'll play Loot Hoarder in case this person is extremely dumb and doesn't dagger my face. But with lethal on the board, she's going to kill me with her dagger. So that was obnoxious, because she had 2 cards that exactly killed a 4-4 and a 5-3, and then she burned me out very, very slowly. Too bad. I probably could have won that game, though, if I hadn't played the Doom Guard, maybe, and thrown away the Boulder Fist Ogre and the Raid Leader. Maybe I could have won it. Maybe I could have played the Ogre. Let the Master of Disguise hit me for 4. She had a Deadly Poison and an Eviscerate. The Ogre would have been very difficult to deal with. I would have taken 4 more damage, though. Oh, man, that's tough. That was a tough beat.
Gul'dan versus Thrall.
I think if I'd been first, or sorry, if I'd been second and had the coin, I would have won. So that was just a coin flip plus some complications. Do you keep the bear? It's very good, but I think I'd rather mulligan more and fish for my 1-drops and 2-drops, which I find. Alright, we got a decent start here. I'll just play the Voidwalker and the Raider and see what happens. He mulligans 3 of his 4 cards, keeps the card on the left-hand side there. Demon Fire is interesting. I could go all in on the Voidwalker and make it a 3-5. Make it a makeshift Senjin on turn 2. Pretty difficult to deal with. Shamans could hex it, but if he uses Hex on that, that means he doesn't have a Hex for Boulder Fist Ogre and Doomguard later, perhaps, which could be its own kind of reward. But let's not commit to that just yet. We'll just play another creature for now and do this. See what happens. I mean, if you were to play like a 2-3, for example, I could just Demon Fire this and kill it. A 3-2, I could Demon Fire the creature itself. I don't know. We'll see. Alright, here's a 3-drop. What is it? Hopefully it's a 3-3 of some kind. It's an Unbound Elemental. That's annoying. So unfortunately what I have to do here is Demon Fire my own guy. Run him in, run this in, play this, and then start praying he doesn't have a Lightning Storm. It's a rare. He might not have it. What are the odds? We'll find out shortly. Would you play a Lightning Storm here if you were a Shaman? With this Voidwalker possibly not dying? He takes a more conservative approach and plays this. Does he have a Lightning Bolt or something here? He has an Earth Shock. Ah, it sucks. Well, that means he gets to kill whatever he wants now. He chooses to kill my harder hitting creature, which makes perfectly good sense. Now this guy is going to kill a bunch more of my stuff. Very irritating, I have to say, but at least I can life tap to catch up here. I'm gonna life tap. Play a Grunt.
What you want?
Swingity dingity. The axe would have been fine because the Voidwalker could handle it. It's the fact that he had Earth Shock. That was a problem. Well, I got Boulder Fist Ogre for turn 6. He's a little bit overloaded. He's got 3 mana dealing with this. He seems to not have a Lightning Storm, or I bet he would have played it last turn. Although, if he gambled and didn't play it, now the gamble pays off because he can just play it now and win the game. But he doesn't have a Lightning Storm. Does he have a Forked Lightning? Oh god, he doesn't have a Forked Lightning. Don't have a Forked Lightning. Okay, he doesn't have a Forked Lightning, finally. So we're going to here play Raid Leader. Use this guy to kill the panda off. Swingity dingity. Dongity. Alright, we're going for the burnout victory here. Well, about to find out if he has a Hex for this Ogre, which I will almost certainly play next turn, unless compelling circumstances cause me to play this Dark Iron Dwarf. Motion Warden. That's a pretty good card. Saves him from 4 damage. Well, let's play. Let's see. I can't even kill it with the help of the Dark Iron Dwarf, so I'm going to play the Ogre. Pass the turn. See if he's got an answer for that Ogre, aka Hex. He has the Hex because of course he does. And a Stormforge. Ah, jeez. Well, he just had too much removal. I couldn't. And this taunt actually was very clutch. I could still win this game potentially. He's hit a lot of things with the Stormforged axe, but I'm running out of creatures, basically. Okay, Hellfire. Does it work? Run this in. It's got 5 health. I could Dark Iron Dwarf, run that in, and Hellfire, but that's too much mana. Let's run this thing in. I can life tap pretty freely. I'm not too far behind on cards. Hellfire puts him down to 9. If he uses the axe on the Fairy Dragon, he's down to 6. I might be able to kill him if I ever get Doomguard or Sense Demons. As long as he doesn't have any more taunts, I should be good. Rockbiter weapon. Onto the Warden, so he can kill the Dwarf. Well, at least it clears out the Warden. He will take the 3 damage there, so Hellfire and he's down to 6. So I need just a little bit more damage and I win.
Squire, attend me.
Hellfire tragically does not quite kill the Knight, but at least it kills the Squire. Let's see what card we get. Bluegill Warrior. Yes, please. Let's life tap also. Mortal Coil, huh? That will actually be pretty good later on. I can Hellfire and Mortal Coil to finish this off. I'm not going to commit to that yet, though, because I want to see what else he'll play. Hellfire can clear out some totems. I don't want to damage this now and then have him flip a healing totem later. So now Hellfire will kill this for free, which is nice. Unfortunately, it means I don't have a target for Mortal Coil, but I'm sure one will come up at some point.
They'll never know.
Nightblade! There's my my Mortal Coil target. Perfect. So let's see if I can get a Doomguard and win the game. Alright. This is interesting because this would allow me to deal an extra point of damage to his face. I don't think that's worth it, though. Or else Hellfire here. Mortal Coil this. Flame Imp? Can I play that? I sure can. Right, so we're threatening lethal with our minions. If he uses the axe, it doesn't help because he still takes the damage. And I can still get Sense Demons or Doomguard to kill him off with. 15 health, he shouldn't be able to kill me with an empty board. Twisting Nether could be like a staller for me to find my charge creatures as well. Now, Baron of Fate says, bad-mannered, well played. I actually think that was not bad-mannered. I think he thought when I was hesitating that I would definitely have the kill. He probably just thought I had the kill there, and I didn't have it. It was kind of like a preemptive, like, oh, I hope you don't have it, but I'm going to say well played just in case, kind of well played. Yeah, so he plays nothing. He has no taunt. Twisting Nether, I hardly know her. I would actually play this, but that would be exceedingly bad-mannered, because I might not actually win the game after that point. And we say well played. Alright, thank goodness we make it to 7 wins. Now I'm just relaxed and happy about life. The games have not actually been as fast as I promised. I thought this was an aggro deck, and I was like, oh, it's gonna be fast games, but apparently people were right in the beginning when they said that it wasn't really aggro, it was aggro-ish. It has an aggro bent, shall we say. A few cries in the chat for me to twist the Nether. Sorry, guys. That is something I would consider doing if I had like a charge creature in my hand, just to kind of show it off. I think Twisting Nether is an acceptable card to play if it is unnecessarily done, because it's such a beautiful animation. Showing it to your opponent, I think, is a gift in its own right. And if they don't appreciate it and consider that bad manners, well, then so be it. But in that case, if I had done it, he would have been at 1 health, and I might not have actually won the game. So I think I was correct not to do it. Alright, we're going to mulligan this Raid Leader, who's a weak link in my deck, but I'll keep the Mortal Coil. Against Warlocks, weirdly enough, Mortal Coil is not actually that good. None of the 1-mana Warlock Imps die to Mortal Coil. So I am keeping it a little bit speculatively, you could say. I got my Flame Imp, so here we go. The turn 1 nice start. We have the Raider on turn 2, maybe Life Tap and Mortal Coil on turn 3, and a Yeti on turn 4. Man, I feel like I haven't played this Yeti very much. So this guy is playing more of a slow Warlock deck, or if he got a slow start. I'm pretty happy either way. We're gonna smack it Hellfire kills everything here, so I gotta be a little bit cautious of that. If he gives me any opportunities to trade minions away, I will. Because with such a slow start, I figure he's probably got the Hellfire. Alright, so what do I throw away into that Scarlet Crusader? The answer is this Blue Glow Warrior I just top decked. It is less valuable than any of my other creatures. And I'd rather throw that down than life tap here. Wait, didn't I say that I would take the opportunity to throw away a creature if I got one? Whoops. I should have probably just life tapped and thrown like the Voidwalker away or something. So let's see if he's got the Hellfire. At least the good news is then he'll be at 15 health. Oh, he doesn't have the Hellfire though. I have the Hellfire, which isn't all that helpful. We get another Blue Glow Warrior. That's quite convenient. I will use it, and then I will also life tap. So here's the Flame Imp. I think the Flame Imp's done its job. Boom, boom. He's at 12 health. He's at 10 health if he doesn't have a silence. 10 health. I just need a little bit more damage. Got a Voidwalker, which is actually kind of annoying because I have to throw both of my guys at it to get past it. Ugh, that's awkward. I am none too pleased about this development. Well, at least they didn't have this on turn 1. Oh my gosh, Dark Iron Dwarf, I love you. So we're going to do this, this. Do I ignore the wolf or do I? I'm just gonna hit him. Honestly, every extra point of damage I can do is a big deal here. 5 damage up here, he's down to 8 health. If this dwarf can attack me even once, I'm in good shape. So dealing 2 damage is pretty solid, I think. Mustard Mid comments, lol, the slide into bad manners continues. Yeah, if you've been watching me for a while, there's definitely been an evolution in my philosophy about bad manners. I am becoming more of what I used to consider bad mannered. Alright, he's got a Mortal Coil for that Voidwalker, which is fine. The wolf can't kill these things by himself. Needs a charged creature or a taunt. One nice thing about this dwarf, with 4 health, it just survives Hellfire, so if he plays a bunch of little taunts, I can actually Hellfire my way past them.
My shield.
Defender of Argus will allow that wolf to kill my raider. Do I play Hellfire here? That's the question. I think so. I could throw the wolf at this, but no, let's just get the damage through. So I'm going to life tap as well, so let's life tap first. Always life tap first. Okay, fine. Hellfire, clear his board. Take him down way low. He's at 4 health once the Abomination fires. If he plays a big taunt, I've got the Siphon Soul for it. This is looking very, very good. Flintarren cries, "You face Jiraxxus." Yeah, that would be a good out for my opponent if he got Jiraxxus. I might lose the game at that point. Siphon Soul cannot kill Jiraxxus, nor can Twisting Nether. It's just a bad time. Baron of Fate comments wisely that when you're hitting a Warlock in the face, not only is it good because it gets you closer to victory, but it limits their ability to life tap, which is very important as well. That's like a secondary reason to try to burn out Warlocks. Right, he's got Spellbreaker, so he's just desperate to put a minion down, it seems. And he's going to give it taunts. Ah, sad state of affairs for my opponent. Well, here what we do, very simply, is Siphon Soul away his taunter. Hit him in the face. Pass the turn. So now, I play the Abomination, and if he doesn't life gain or silence, he loses. And he already used a silence just to put a creature down. Pilot Teacher doesn't really matter. Engine Shield doesn't really matter. Alright, so let's see if he's got the goods. Demon Fire cannot be used to target the opponent. Is it worth it for me to life tap? I think it is actually. Let's just life tap. And play my Abomination. So he needs silence or life gain, or else it's over. Baron of Fate says, I think you should twist the Nether. Well, if he leaves my Abomination alive, I will use Twisting Nether to kill it. I promise you this. I promise you I will use Twisting Nether next turn if the Abomination is still there. Okay, he passes the turn. This is actually quite clever on my opponent's part, because from what he can see, I actually can't kill my own Abomination. because it runs into the Ascension and lives. So he's thinking maybe I'll, you know, draw my way into a healing card or a silence or something. But here we go. Twisting Nether wins the game. Other things would have won the game as well. Well played. Well, that was with the Abomination. That was a really cool combo of art. All right, good game. All glory to the Nether, says Baron of Faith. That's right. All right, this is going pretty well. Actually, I should just comment. These have all been like relatively easy games. Haven't really had that much trouble. It seems that I've hit upon not the perfect maybe, but a very good combination of aggressive stuff, so I can play very quickly, but just enough endgame to finish the opponents off. Chaz says Abomination and Twisting Nether OP. Yeah, that's actually very rare. I might like go my whole Hearthstone career without ever pulling off that particular play. Because your opponent almost always kills the Abomination when you play it. Usually it's better to kill the Abomination yourself than to let your opponent choose how the Abomination dies. Alright, we're first again. Okay. Luckily I got these wacky cards that I can mulligan away. And a Flame Imp, so that it can die to backstab. Now what's nice is, at least I got the Elven Archer, so that I can shoot down one of the bandits. If indeed I get the bandit thing again. Do I play? Yeah, I'm gonna play this. A little risky, but I don't want her to play a 2-3 and have me be like out of luck. Here comes the coin. Is it really going to be Defiance Ringleader? It's actually going to be the Defiance Ringleader. Are you kidding me? Jesus, why? Oh my god, that's twice in one run. Ridiculous. Well, this time at least I can kill it. I probably should have played the Infiltrator first. And I'd be throwing that in and playing the Flame Imp now. But whatever. Cyclical says, Papa Boris, your strings are showing it's not a red wall at all. I know. I'm not very careful about this. Alright, that's a little better. Little bit more of the illusion, although you can still see it kind of on the bottom below my chair. Alright, Wolf Rider seems risky. It will deal 6 damage to her after she, like, daggers it. But let's save it. Let's put the grunt down so the dagger can't kill my Infiltrator. Maybe I can squeeze a bit more damage out of this guy. I was so sad. Last game I had the Yeti, but I never used it. So sad. Alright, she plays a Flesh and Ghoul, which I'm very happy with. I would have liked to play the Yeti this turn, as it is we'll have to play the Wolf Rider instead, but yeah, it's fine. Start for 4 damage. Baron of Fate says, I swear to God, if Sacrificial Pact becomes an MVP in one of Boris's videos ever, I will spontaneously grow wings, fly to wherever Boris lives, and give him a point. Yeah, that would be an extremely unlikely circumstance. Alright, do we play the Abomination here? Let's see, she can kill this like this. Then all my creatures die. I could play the Yeti. Why don't I just play the Yeti? She can still kill all my stuff, but
First kill.
at least I've got the Yeti. I'm running for 4 damage a turn. The Yeti hits as hard as these two guys combined. Flynn Tarrant says, nah, that's Wisp. I think I actually have made use of Wisp before. At least I had a very good run a long time ago where Wisp was an MVP. I don't remember if I've, like, you know, made an, did anything particularly good with it in that run, but I've played with Wisp, and it's been alright. Geomancer, alright, we're gonna play the Abomination here. It's a pain in the butt. She can't even quite kill it at the moment. If she does kill it, this guy dies, and she takes 2 damage. If I get to hit her in the face with it, even better. She's gonna assassinate that as well. Well, at least her own creature died, and she spent an entire turn killing a terrible card. I'm okay with that. Completely. Alright. Alright, we're gonna do this. This. And this. I've got this Taunter getting in the way of Dagger, and I've got this Dark Iron Dwarf. If it can hit her a couple of times, I'll be in really good shape. I can life tap, not freely, but I can life tap a couple more times to catch up. I'm currently behind a card. Oh, I'm sorry, I misunderstood. Flynn says, when saying, nah, that's Wisp, that's not the pint buying thing. That's Mustard Mitt's comment of Angry Chicken's card text should be kills Jiraxis. Yeah, that would be funny. If either one of them automatically did that, I'd be pretty entertained. Alright, well, I'm gonna start racing her. I think that's my best chance of winning. We're gonna drop at least these two guys, maybe more. Panda? Interesting. Oh, interesting.
Done.
Let's hit that. Play this. Play this. And I will play the panda. I think it's worth it. So now the Blade Master can kill my 5/4. But if my Dark Iron Dwarf gets to keep hitting her, she's in trouble. And if she races me, she's getting hit for way too much damage. She's going to be in super big trouble. Oh no, that's a really good card. That's a really good card. She can kill both my cards now. My four tower guys. Oh, she seems to have an eviscerate for this. Are you goddamn kidding me? Well, that sucks. She has an eviscerate to kill this with. I'll be very upset. No, she's just remaking her dagger. Excellent. Okay. So she's got 8 damage to my 4. Can I afford to race? Well, I'll see if I can get maybe a Doom Guard here. Loot Hoarder. Alright, let's life tap. Int Master. Alright, folks. We're gonna take a little chance here. I'm gonna let her hit me down to 10 health. Because I think I can race her out. I've got Sense Demons and Doomguard in here, which would be 5 damage for free. And if things go really south, I can always Twisting Nether, maybe. I've got Life Tap. I've got 2 chances to find the Doomguard or the Sense Demon, so I'm content to race. Right, what is she backstabbing? My Geomancer? Fair enough. Smart. She doesn't know that I don't have any Soul Fires. She's gonna kidnap my Dark Iron Dwarf. No, she's kidnapping my Loot Hoarder. Very smart. That deserves a well played. So that's smart because what that does is it prevents me from getting an extra card draw. And she actually is not going for my face. She is just killing my stuff because she is afraid of it. So she takes the damage from the imp, very good, but she's staying alive here, and now she's got 8 damage to my 0. So I guess she played that very well. Kidnap her. I can't believe that was actually good. Alright, let's life tap. I can afford to life tap one more time. Let's play this correctly. We want the raid leader in the middle, I guess. See, she's got 9, 10 damage. I'm at 7 health. Gotta go for it. 5 health is very important because now, again, I have 2 chances to find either Sense Demons or Doomguard, either of which will kill her. And of course, she has to deal with this stuff. She either needs to deal, what is this, 9, 10? She either needs to deal 7 damage or it's over. Just gonna shiv my raid leader for a card. I don't think she's killing me this turn, so she has to really take something away to kill my creatures. And if this Loot Hoarder dies, if it doesn't get sapped, I will actually have 3 chances to find Sense Demons or Doomguard. Twisting Nether. I hardly know her. And what else do you have? I was hoping she played another minion, but she looks like she's just playing around Twisting Nether. Alright. There we go. No, she played it. Okay, so we're either going to Twisting Nether or we're going to win this turn because she has no taunt. Doomguard! Okay, I gotta say, I was kind of complaining about this Doomguard. This was my pack 1, pick 1 draft choice.
Well played.
But it was good. I mean, something like, I think I could have taken a Mind Control tech would have been safer, but I also probably would have lost this game and maybe one other game if I had actually not taken that Doomguard. Oh my gosh. Flynn Tarrant was saying that he has a hard time understanding what the Imp Master says. What the Imp Master actually says, as Baron Fate pointed out, is I am not a morning person. But Flynn Tarrant thought she was saying, I am not a normal person. That's hilarious. That's almost as good as disguised toast. Chaz says Doomguard's awesome. Why wouldn't you take it? Well, I've just had bad experiences with it. It just keeps getting stuck in my hand. I can't play it. If I do play it, I throw the good things away. It's just awkward a lot of the time. But this is a pretty aggressive deck, so I think it's a fair keeper. Keep the Elven Archer in case of Leper Gnomes or Scarlet Crusaders or Loot Hoarders and things. We got a nice curve here. Voidwalker, Loot Hoarder protected from Shapeshift, then Raid Leader. Very good times. Very good times indeed. Baron of Fate says, alright, Boris, I gotta head out. Pop a Fate time. Man, it sounds like you're about to like go on some like awesome date as a player. Anyway, good luck, Baron Fate. Have a good time. See you next time. Baron of Fate says, good luck with the rest of the arena. I'm betting 12 wins. Oh, thank you. I appreciate your generous bet. We shall see what happens. Gotta get 3 more wins here. First off against a Druid, which I think is one of the hardest classes to beat. Because they have board control, healing, and extremely good removal spells. It's one of the most maddening classes to play against when you're trying to win via aggro. Alright, let's see if he's got removal for this Voidwalker now. Demolisher? I hardly know her! Okay, sorry. How do we kill this Demolisher? There's a couple of ways. I can play the Raid Leader, Loot Hoarder, and Elven Archer with the coin, or I can play Raid Leader, Loot Hoarder, and the Voidwalker just for the extra damage. I could leave this alone, but I think that's foolhardy. I could play Wolf Rider, coin. Well, let's play this. Might as well do this, get my card. Maybe I can get a Mortal Coil. Oh my gippity goopity gop Jesus. This is why, folks, you always draw cards first. Always draw cards first, ladies and gentlemen. Anytime you don't draw a card first, somewhere, a baby unicorn dies. Alright, so he's got 6 cards to my 7. I'm actually ahead on cards. That is not a problem, actually. Good thing I got MVP Elven Archer working for my team. Team Boris. Do I even care about this, or just hit him in the... No, we're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do anything too crazy here. Let's just keep on hitting him cautiously, conservatively. Swipe doesn't quite clear my board. He'd either have to leave my Voidwalker or my Raid Leader alive. Next turn we can play the Imp Master. Sense Demons, unfortunately, since I've already got the Flame Imp and the Voidwalker out here, Sense Demons unfortunately would just give me a Doomguard and a worthless Imp. I'm gonna save that for later if I can. Shapeshift into my Elven Archer, taking an extra point of damage. Alright, I don't want to play this because if it dies, my Raid Leader dies with it. So what we'll do here is just play Flame Imp. Get Master Funk. Swing his face. Let's see if he's got the Swipe. Swipe will not quite clear my board, but it would clear most of it. It would kill the Imp Master, the Imp, and then he could Shapeshift to finish off the Raid Leader. Let's see, does he have a Swipe? Starfall would kill everything but the Imp Master here. No, he doesn't have a Swipe or a Starfall. It is my lucky day, and he's got that thing. That sucks. Oh, that sucks. It's 7 health. Jesus. Well, it's a good thing Raid Leader's a good card. So what we're going to do here is... So let's Life Tap first. Always draw cards first. Doomguard. Now Sense Demons is worthless. Not the most impressive. We're going to run in there. Foil. Run in there. Arcane Golem. Turn early Ironbark Protector is worth it. For 5 extra damage, I think.
Let the dark
Hit it very hard.
Because if he doesn't have an Ironbark, he's just screwed. If he does have an Ironbark, I can answer it pretty well with this, and then these 2 things, and he'll still get some damage through. No, he does not have an Ironbark. Does he have another, like, whatever, stupid Mark of the Wild? Yeah, of course he does. Druids and their friggin' buffs. I tell ya. Savage Roar will finally let him kill the Raid Leader, though he does have to take 2 damage for it. My opponent's in a bit of trouble here. I could even say a heap of trouble. Alright, what do we do here? I think we're just gonna play Raid Leader and hope I throw away the Sense Demons and the Abomination. Well, I kind of got half of what I wanted. Do I throw this away, or do I damage this? I'm gonna throw this thing away. It's a little bit risky throwing it away, of course. Might regret it. But the way I figure it, this thing being at full health is more valuable to me. Do that. Throw that down. Pass the turn. So he's threatened with lethal damage. He needs to have an Ironbark or some kind of a Taunter here. Or bust. This is useless. It's just going to give me a pair of 1/1s. He actually top decks an Ironbark. Luckily, he didn't have it earlier, because if he had it earlier, I would have been in worse shape. So this is a problem, because actually, I should have damaged this guy. I wish I had the Arcane Golem here so I could throw it to the Ironbark. If I lose this game, it'll be because of that choice. Alright, so before we do anything else, let's Life Tap. See what we got. Demon Fire. That's actually extremely handy. So we're going to Demon Fire that like so. I wish I could kill it with my little stuff. I can't, but the Doom Guard does the job, and I can flank him away to death with my little Trumper Niblets. Why? Cries Flint Tarrant, seeing the Twisting Nether thrown away to the Doom Guard. Well, I made a misplay there. I should have damaged the Doom Guard instead of throwing away the Arcane Golem. Luckily, I got Demon Fire, which with the help of spell damage, let me take the Iron Bark down. Jading says, what? Demon Fire the Doom Guard, right? Oh yeah, I could have done that too, but either way it was the same. I guess it would have been more elegant to Demon Fire the Doom Guard, so my Doom Guard didn't die. It doesn't matter, says Jading, but yeah, you're right. It would have actually been more elegant. If I weren't killing him that turn, I totally should have done that, because that was a gross misplay otherwise. Alright, so here we got our turn 1 and turn 2 ready to go. The Arcane Golem's a bit early. So, Voidwalker and Bluegill Warrior. Ooh, Voidwalker and Flame Imp, a nice opening hand. I've been getting these guys together in my opening hand a lot, considering they're like my only turn 1 plays apart from the Worgen Infiltrator. I would say that I've had above average luck with these fast starts. Chaz asked a good question. Does anybody remember what the other choices were when Boris took Sense Demons? I actually don't remember. Must have been sort of bad, right? But I don't remember.
As you command.
I'm not going to commit to the Demon Fire on the Flame Imp Gambit just yet. Get another creature down, see if this guy has a Lightning Storm or not. It's just one rare card. What are the odds he has it? What are the odds? He does not have it. Good. Now, do I Demon Fire here or do I play a creature? If I play a creature, it could get really bad if he has a Lightning Storm. But he would have played Lightning Storm last turn if he had one. So I'm not going to commit the Shatterton Cleric yet. I'm going to play this Grizzly. We'll save the Cleric for another time. I've got kind of 1, 2, 3, 4 damage in my back pocket, if needed. Flynn Terrence says, I'm guessing Wisp, Sense Demons, and Corehound. That's a shockingly good guess. I don't think that's what it was, but it must have been something real bad, yeah. Alright, it's time for Shatterton Cleric.
Cleanse the Sunwell.
Boom. Pretty sure this guy does not have Lightning Storm. I'm just going to throw the Elven Archer down. Shoot his face. If he had Lightning Storm, he would have already played it by now. Since he hasn't played it, he doesn't have it unless he top decks it. I've got a pretty big board. It's impossible for a Shaman to deal with. Does he actually have a Lightning Storm? Did he actually... He actually slow rolled a Lightning Storm! Oh my god, I was so sure he didn't have it. He was just trying to get me to overextend. Well, kudos to him. I probably lose the game now. Sense Demons. It would give me a Doom Guard, which I don't exactly want. Let's kill this. Play this Fairy Dragon. Oh man, I really did not think he had Lightning Storm. Should have been more cautious. Alright, looks like he's going to take 3 damage, killing this Fairy Dragon. So, Sense Demons gives me Doom Guard on command. Unfortunately, he's got a Taunt Totem now, so I'm going to be life tapping before I do the Sense Demons. Oh, this is actually really difficult now. Very, very difficult indeed. Twisting Nether. Well, that's actually kind of good. I could get him to, like, overextend against me, potentially. With Twisting Nether in hand. He would never see that coming. Flame Tongue? Totem. And a real creature, perhaps?
We must cleanse the Sunwell.
So do we twist it? Oh, I can't twist another yet anyway because I can't twist another because I don't have any mana. So either way, we're not doing that. I'm not gonna play the Grunt. It's just gonna die. It saves me some health, but it's not really worth it. But Sense Demons to get my Doom Guard before I draw it for real and make Sense Demons totally worthless. Then we life tap. And then we play this worthless imp. Make my opponent think I don't have anything. So next turn, I Twisting Nether, and after that, hope for the Doom Guard. Play a big creature, please. Play a big creature, please. Thankfully, there's no Bloodlust incoming. I'm actually down pretty low on health. He actually doesn't play anything. What is he? Is he actually playing around Twisting Nether of all friggin' things? Well, This guy's done a good job. He slow rolled a lightning storm. He played around Twisting Nether, apparently. Yeah, he could have totally played that last turn. Jerk. What a jerk. Ah. I'm gonna lose this game because my opponent's too good at Hearthstone. Alright, so we're gonna play this. We're gonna play this because I need to stop the beats. Going to, do I play Raid Leader, hit him for 5, down to 7? Or do I play the Panda, put this back into my hand? Let's take a very, very big risk here. I'm gonna actually Panda this back into my hand. So my plan is, first of all, I hope he doesn't kill me. He can easily kill me. He just needs removal for this and 1 more point of damage. He gives me a well played prematurely because he's an asshole. Or maybe no, maybe he's saying well played, like putting this back into my hand so that, you know, whatever. But anyway, Lightning Bolt will kill that, and he's got 7 damage, so he wins. God, that was retarded. Oh my god, that game sucked. He slow rolled a Lightning Storm and played around Twisting Nether, of all the goddamn things. So yeah, that was exceptionally good play on his part. If he had played anything less than perfectly, I would have beaten him. I had the power to do so. But, you know, he also had what he needed. He had Lightning Storm, which is a rare card that he might not have even seen in the draft, and he might not have drawn, but he had it. If he hadn't had it, I could have won very, very easily. Ah, frustration. Well, at least we made it to 10 wins. Now we'll see. Now we'll see if I can sneak out 2 more and make it to 12 with Warlock. Chaz says, I think that player was watching your streams with a near hand. I really doubt it. I'm a very small fry here. The odds of this person being someone who's watching my stream while playing Hearthstone, that's small. When you're playing against, here's the thing, guys. When you're playing against someone good, it's going to seem like they're stream sniping you because they're just that good. You know, good players can do that. I don't think that guy was cheating. I think he was incredibly lucky and incredibly strong, and I wasn't quite good enough. So this is really obnoxious because I don't want to play Flame Imp now. In fact, I won't. I'm just going to let him attack me, and then I'll play Elven Archer and a Flame Imp on turn 2.
You know, take care.
Well, Geomancer will kill my Elven Archer and my Flame Imp rather tragically. Alright, so we're going to Elven Arch. And I'm actually going to coin here and drop the Grunt. I'd rather lose the Grunt to the Geomancer than the Flame Imp. And this also stops the Geomancer from killing my Elven Archer for free. Chaz says, playing around Twisting Nether is not a good decision. It's possible that he was actually playing around Hellfire, though, because everything that he had died to Hellfire. And some of the stuff he played would have also died to Hellfire after that. So that's probably what he was really playing around. He's actually not trading away his Geomancer, quite shockingly. Well, let's play It Master. And sure, we'll do a little bit of 2-for-1 and those skills. Are you goddamned kidding me? Well, if I lose this, then so be it. But, I mean, there's just too much badness going on here. Perfect hand by the Shaman. Nothing I could do. He just had, it wasn't that he had, like, removal. He hasn't even played any removal at all. He's just had, like, the perfect creatures against my drops. Everything that he has is just, like, a step better than mine. Forked Lightning. Great. Thanks. Appreciate it. So now we're going all in on this Abomination. If it gets hexed, I lose the game. Well, I gotta go for it. Hate to be pinning all my hopes and dreams on an Abomination. But that's how it goes sometimes. He doesn't have the Hex, so he's got this Flame Tongue that survives, and that's it. Makes another totem, so he didn't have anything good to play, which is good. He gets a Taunt Totem because of course he does! Are you kidding me? Jesus, why did you have to get the totem? Oh, the Taunt Totem. Honest to God, Jesus. That's just the worst. Okay. Gonna do this and this. kill this Flame Tongue that way. I might be able to play out my hand and then play this Doomguard for quote-unquote free.
To Northrend!
Are ya goddamned kidding me? He doesn't even need to kill my creature. He could have just burned me out at that point. Are you goddamned kidding me? Alright. Sends Demons is extremely unhelpful. So I'm gonna play this. Do I dare kill this Flame Tongue Totem? I mean, I gotta.
A paltry task.
If I killed that thing, there's just no way for me to win.
Well played.
Well played, he says. Prematurely. Fire Elemental for the kill. Ugh, losing to 2 Shamans. That's pretty rare. But this game, though, I got manhandled. The game before this, my opponent was just ridiculously lucky, and admittedly played very well as well. FML. Well, 10 wins. 10 wins is 10 wins. So thanks for watching. If you're on YouTube, please like and subscribe. If you're on the stream, let's take a look at the prizes, shall we? What do we have? Chas says, wow, this reminds me of my arenas. At least it happened after I was at 10 wins. But yes, that was quite mad. We get a golden common and 80 dust. So that's 130 dust. That's a lot of dust. The gold prize is pretty weak for 10 wins, but a lot of dust. Let's take a look at the pack. Oh my god, please be new. It is not new. Oh man. If this had been a new legendary, I kid you not, if this had been a new legendary, I would have actually been done. I would have been able to complete my collection. As it is, it isn't. So, let's take a sneak peek at our next arena. We're going to be running Warrior Mage.